6 prehistoric predators that actually existed. Have you ever wondered what kinds of monsters walked the earth before humans? What if the scariest creatures from your nightmares were actually real? Today, we're looking at 6 prehistoric land creatures that would make any modern predator look tame. These aren't dinosaurs you've seen 100 times. These are the forgotten terrors that once ruled our planet. And trust me, the craziest ones are waiting at the end. Number 6. Teratornis. Imagine looking up and seeing a shadow blocking out the sun. Not a cloud, but wings. Wings spanning 12 feet across, attached to a bird that weighed as much as a full-grown man. That was Teratornis, and it soared over North America just 10,000 years ago. Early humans actually lived alongside this monster. Teratornis wasn't your average bird of prey. It stood nearly 3 feet tall, with a massive hooked beak designed for one thing: tearing flesh. Scientists who studied its fossils found something disturbing. This bird didn't just scavenge like vultures, it hunted. Its powerful legs and talons suggest it could grab prey from the ground while flying, then carry it away to feast. The name Teratornis means wonder bird, but there was nothing wonderful about being its prey. Fossil evidence from the La Brea tar pits in California shows these birds were common, with hundreds of specimens preserved. They likely worked in groups, circling dying animals, waiting. Some researchers believe they even hunted small mammals and reptiles actively, dropping on them from above with terrifying speed. Here's the disturbing part. Teratornis only went extinct around the same time mammoths disappeared. That means our ancestors, the first people to reach the Americas, looked up and saw these massive predatory birds circling overhead. Some cave paintings from that era show large birds that match Teratornis perfectly. So when ancient people told stories of giant birds that stole children or attacked travelers, maybe they weren't just myths after all. Number 5. Deinonychus. You probably think you know this one. Velociraptors, right? Wrong. Hollywood got it all mixed up. The raptors from Jurassic Park were actually based on Deinonychus, a predator far more terrifying than any movie monster. And here's the thing, everything scary about them in the movies, that was real. Deinonychus lived 115 million years ago in what's now Montana and Wyoming. It was about 11 feet long and stood waist-high to an adult human. But size doesn't tell the whole story. This creature was built like a nightmare. Each foot had a massive 5-inch curved claw that it could lift up and slash down like a switchblade. Paleontologists call it the killing claw, and for good reason. In 1964, scientist John Ostrom discovered something that changed everything we thought about dinosaurs. He found multiple Deinonychus skeletons around a single large plant-eating dinosaur called Tenontosaurus. The evidence was clear. These predators hunted in packs. They worked together to bring down prey 10 times their size. Imagine that. A coordinated attack by intelligent, fast-moving creatures with razor-sharp claws and teeth like steak knives. But it gets worse. Studies of their bone structure show they were warm-blooded, meaning they could sustain long chases. Their large brains relative to body size suggest problem-solving ability. And those famous claws? Recent research indicates they used them to pin prey down while eating it alive, not for slashing. They'd leap onto their victim, dig those claws in deep, and start feeding while the animal was still breathing. The discovery of Deinonychus completely changed how scientists view dinosaurs. Before, we thought they were slow, stupid reptiles. After, we realized some were intelligent, fast, warm-blooded hunters that ruled their environment with terrifying efficiency. And unlike movie monsters, these were absolutely real. Number 4. Arthropleura. Most people fear spiders and centipedes, those creepy crawlies that scuttle across floors and hide in dark corners. Now imagine one longer than your car, thicker than your leg, and covered in armored plates. That was Arthropleura, and it was real. Living 340 to 280 million years ago during the Carboniferous period, Arthropleura grew up to 8.5 feet long, making it the largest known land invertebrate to ever exist. Think about that. A millipede-like creature as long as a sofa, weighing up to 110 pounds, crawling through prehistoric forests with dozens of legs moving in perfect coordination. Why did it grow so large? During the Carboniferous period, Earth's atmosphere contained 35% oxygen compared to 21% today. This allowed arthropods to grow to massive sizes, since their breathing system works better with more oxygen. The forests were also different, filled with giant ferns and primitive trees that created a humid, oxygen-rich environment perfect for these monsters. Scientists have found Arthropleura track fossils, showing it wandered through ancient swamps, likely feeding on decaying plant matter. Most believe it was a herbivore or detritivore, like modern millipedes. But here's the unsettling part. We don't know for sure. No head fossils have been found intact, so we can't say definitively whether it had crushing jaws or something worse. Some paleontologists speculate that if threatened, Arthropleura could have been dangerous. Many modern millipedes secrete toxic chemicals when attacked. If Arthropleura had similar defenses scaled to its enormous size, it could have sprayed poison or toxic gas as a defense mechanism. And with an armored exoskeleton, it would have been nearly impossible for predators to crack open. Walking through a carboniferous forest, you might hear rustling in the undergrowth. Then you'd see it, segments of armor catching the light, dozens of legs moving in waves. A creature so alien it would seem like something from another planet. But it wasn't. It was right here on Earth, and fossils prove it. Number 3. Sarcosuchus. Every culture has legends of giant crocodiles, massive beasts lurking in rivers, waiting to drag victims to a watery grave. But what if those stories had roots in something real? Something so big it makes modern crocodiles look like pets. Sarcosuchus lived 112 million years ago in what's now the Sahara Desert, back when it was a lush river system. This creature reached lengths of 40 feet and weighed up to 8 tons. That's longer than a school bus and heavier than an elephant. Its skull alone measured 6 feet long, with jaws packed with 132 massive teeth designed to grip and crush. Unlike modern crocodiles that drown their prey, Sarcosuchus was so large it could simply bite down and kill instantly. Scientists estimate its bite force exceeded 18,000 pounds per square inch, more than double that of a great white shark. It could bite a small car in half. And what did it eat? Dinosaurs. Fossil evidence shows Sarcosuchus lived alongside large plant-eating dinosaurs that came to rivers to drink. Paleontologists have found bite marks on dinosaur bones that match Sarcosuchus' teeth perfectly. It would lurk beneath the surface, completely hidden despite its massive size, then explode upward in an ambush that gave prey no chance to escape. Here's something truly terrifying. Sarcosuchus kept growing throughout its life. The largest specimens we found were estimated to be 50 to 60 years old, but if one lived longer, it could have grown even bigger. Imagine a 50-foot crocodile, ancient and scarred, ruling a river system like a dragon from legend. Some cryptozoologists point to modern reports of giant crocodiles from Africa and suggest Sarcosuchus-like creatures might still exist in remote areas. Science says that's unlikely, but consider this. In 2019, fishermen in Uganda caught a Nile crocodile measuring over 20 feet. That's enormous by modern standards, but still only half the size of Sarcosuchus. If a 20-foot crocodile can exist today, hidden from science for years, what else might be lurking in unexplored waters? The legend of the giant crocodile, the river monster that drags people to their death, appears in cultures worldwide. Now we know why. Our ancestors, or at least their distant relatives, faced real monsters in the water, and Sarcosuchus was the king of them all. Number 2. Andrewsarchus. What's the largest meat-eating mammal ever? You might think bears, or big cats. You'd be wrong. That title belongs to something far more terrifying. A predator so massive and powerful, it could take down prey larger than itself with ease. Its name? Andrewsarchus. Living 45 million years ago in what's now Mongolia, Andrewsarchus is known from a single skull fossil discovered in 1923. But what a skull it is. Measuring 33 inches long, it's the largest mammalian predator skull ever found. Scientists estimate the full animal was 13 feet long and weighed up to 2,200 pounds. That's roughly the size of a small car, with jaws that could crush bone like breadsticks. Here's where it gets weird. Andrewsarchus was related to modern hippos and whales, not cats or dogs. It belonged to a group called Megalanids, hoofed predators that dominated after the dinosaurs died out. Imagine a wolf, but with hooves instead of paws, a jaw like a crocodile, and the build of a bear. That was Andrewsarchus. Its teeth tell a brutal story: massive canines for gripping, sharp incisors for cutting, and broad molars for crushing. This creature didn't just eat meat, it ate everything: flesh, organs, and bones. Some scientists believe it was a scavenger, using its powerful jaws to crack open bones other predators left behind, accessing the nutritious marrow inside. Others argue it was an active hunter, capable of taking down large prey with ambush tactics. The mystery of Andrewsarchus deepens because we only have that one skull. We don't know exactly what its body looked like, how it moved, or how it behaved. Paleontologists reconstruct it based on related species, but there's still so much we don't know. Some researchers speculate it may have been semi-aquatic, hunting along ancient riverbanks like a carnivorous hippo. What we do know is this: 45 million years ago, something massive prowled the forests and plains of Asia. Something with jaws powerful enough to crush anything it caught. And until we find more fossils, Andrewsarchus remains one of prehistory's most mysterious apex predators. Number 1. Megalania. Out of all prehistoric land creatures, one beast stands above the rest as the ultimate nightmare. Not because it was the biggest or the strongest, but because it was the perfect predator. It had venom, size, intelligence, and it hunted our ancestors. Its name? Megalania. Living in Australia up to 50,000 years ago, Megalania was the largest venomous land animal to ever exist. This monitor lizard stretched up to 23 feet long and weighed nearly a ton. Picture a Komodo dragon, then multiply its size by 3. That's what early humans faced when they first arrived in Australia. Scientists studying Megalania's skull found something shocking. Like modern Komodo dragons, it had venom glands. But while a Komodo's venom prevents blood clotting and causes shock, Megalania's was potentially far more potent given its size. One bite would inject enough toxins to send prey into shock, while blood poured from wounds that wouldn't stop. But Megalania didn't rely on venom alone. Its teeth were serrated like steak knives, curved backward to prevent escape. Bite marks found on ancient bones show it had a crushing bite force estimated around 1,500 pounds per square inch. It would grab its prey, inject venom, then hold on while shaking violently, tearing massive chunks of flesh away. Recent studies revealed something even more chilling. Megalania didn't just bite and wait for venom to work, it stalked. Fossil trackways show it moved surprisingly fast for its size, reaching speeds of 15 to 20 miles per hour in short bursts. The average human running speed is about 8 miles per hour. You couldn't outrun it. The Aboriginal peoples of Australia have oral histories passed down for thousands of years about giant lizards they call dreamtime creatures. These weren't just stories. Detailed descriptions match Megalania perfectly. Massive size, powerful legs, a thick tail, and behavior that suggests intelligence and hunting strategy. Some stories describe how these creatures would track groups of people for days, waiting for someone to separate from the group. Patient, calculating, deadly. In 2008, researchers discovered bite marks on ancient marsupial bones, showing evidence of infection consistent with venom. And the size of the marks matched Megalania's teeth. But here's the disturbing part. The bones showed healing, meaning the prey survived the initial bite and lived for weeks or even months while the venom slowly did its work. Imagine being bitten, escaping, then slowly dying over the course of weeks as toxins ravaged your body.
The youngest definitive fossils are dated to 50,000 years ago, right around when the first humans arrived in Australia.
The timing isn't a coincidence. Early Aboriginal people definitely encountered this monster, and their legends kept the memory alive for millennia. Some scientists even suggest humans might have played a role in driving Megalania to extinction through hunting and fire-based land clearing. So here's the ultimate question. Was Megalania the deadliest land predator to ever walk the earth? A venomous, intelligent, patient hunter that terrorized early humans and could kill prey much larger than itself? The fossil evidence leaves no doubt. And that's what makes it truly terrifying. Not what it might be, but what it actually was. These 6 prehistoric beasts prove that reality can be far more frightening than any legend. The creatures that once ruled our world weren't gentle giants or mythical fantasies. They were efficient killing machines, built by millions of years of evolution to hunt, to ambush, to dominate. Our ancestors survived in a world alongside monsters we can barely imagine today. Every shadow could hide a Deinonychus pack. Every river could contain a Sarcosuchus. Every clearing could be stalked by a Megalania. They lived through nightmares, and their survival is the only reason we're here now. So the next time you think prehistoric life was fascinating and majestic, remember, it was also absolutely deadly.